Welcome everyone. Welcome to another review. This is MetalCanyon, and we'll be reviewing a game by Pathea Games? Am I doing that right? Anyway, it is called My Time at Portia. Now I like to call it My Time at Portia, or My Time in Portia, just because I think it sounds better. I don't know. Anyway, My Time at Portia. Everyone in the game actually calls it My Time at Portia. Now, here's an interesting thing. This is not usually a kind of game that I play, like Stardew Valley, for example, and I think Harvest Moon? I think Stardew Valley is like a spiritual successor to Harvest Moon, but I've only played Stardew Valley. So it is a kind of game where you build up your ranch, you make pretty much everything, you know, you mine resources, you build furniture, you befriend people, you get married, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth, and you keep animals. So this is pretty much it, but in a very, as you can see, colorful 3D way. So let me just continue the game. When Carol get her sewing machine, she can modify her clothes, raise the stats of your favorite clothes to match blah blah blah. Okay, anyway. So because this is I believe this is a Chinese developer, you would expect, you know, the translation to be pretty horrendous, but it's actually not. It's actually pretty good. And 90% of the stuff, I have absolutely zero complaints. Also, what you're seeing here is a house of a meta gamer, or a house of a power gamer, I suppose. Because I don't necessarily, you know, care how my house looks as long as these things give me extra stats. So this is my very basic house. It's not upgraded yet. I've only patched up the holes that were in here. So the story is that you come to Portia, or Portia, because your pa has left, or maybe passed away. I'm not sure. I think he's left, and he's given you this house here, this ranch, or this workshop, and now it's yours, and you want to build it up and make it successful, make it, you know, become a successful builder. And all of the stuff you can see here is the things I've built. Let me just do this sound slightly lower, maybe. There we go. All of this stuff, you know, you can build. This is my assembly station, which is actually level 2 now, and I'm building something on it. I've got various saws, I've got various storages, I've got this grinder here. So all of these things, you know, do something different. They've got a bunch of recipes. So for example, if I go to the crafting, you know, there's a bunch of recipes I can do here, and different recipes over here. And all of these things are usually... What was that? Oh, venom darts. Oh, I can make them now. Yes, please. Okay. What? Oh, it was out of power. What was it doing? Okay, it was doing this. Let's refuel it with the power stones. So this gives it 3 days of power. So it's pretty nice. You know, some of these things are powered by power stones. Some of the things like the furnaces here, or the smelters, are powered by... Ooh, nice. Are powered by wood. So let me just pick all this up that's smelted throughout the night. Okay, come on. Oh, martial arts tournaments has started. But you know, I'll show you that. Actually, let's go and show it to you. So as you can see, the world is very, very colorful. Now, because I'm a kid, I like colorful stuff. In fact, when I started playing this really reminded me of the first days of World of Warcraft when I started playing, because everything was so new and interesting and colorful, and, you know, it's just fun. And I have to say that this is the same. This is not really my kind of a game, my kind of genre, but... I've been having a blast. And it's not a short game either. I mean, this is something you have to remember. Right, so these guys are fighting it out. Let's view the brackets. Okay. I cannot vote for him anymore because this is already in progress. So I'm gonna vote for Remington here. And we'll see. Because you get, if you guess properly, you get rewards. I've voted for Remington and Jang. No, I actually voted for her before. What? And Antoine won that one? Really? Okay. Anyway, also some combat music playing over here. So over here, because this is a tournament, you can pretty much see almost the entire city over here, or town, you know, populace. There's There's quite a lot of people, and everyone has their own character. Everyone has their own place to stay or what they do throughout the day. A lot of these guys have their shops. These guys that look sort of the same. These are 7 brothers. It's pretty funny. So anyway, let's go back to my house. Or, well, workshop. So yeah, the point is you have a workshop and you want to build it up and become a very good builder or one of the best builders in the town. Now, here's the really interesting thing. Look at these colorful llamas. Look at that. Here's the really interesting thing. All these things in the back, you can see sort of decrepit, destroyed things. Despite the fact that the world is so lovely and colorful, this is a post-apocalyptic world. Believe it or not. And in fact, I didn't think I would ever really say it in a game like this, but the story actually quite intrigues me. As far as I understand it, the story goes that, humankind lived in these high-tech cities and all of that, and then I can only imagine that there was a nuclear war because everything points to it, because there was a great darkness and people lived underground and so on, and it was just a time of great turmoil, and it was only like, I don't know, like not very, like 100 years maybe, when the sun started shining again, so now humanity lives on the on the remains of the old world, a post-apocalyptic world, even though now it's, it looks much nicer, and a lot of the technology has been lost. So it's sort of this mix of technology, but also sort of medieval style stuff, or maybe slightly Victorian. It's very interesting, and it really intrigues me where the story is going, because on the outskirts, this is actually sort of a frontier town. So, on the outskirts, there are, wastelands and dangerous monsters and so on and so forth. Let's check our mail. Prediction. Congratulations on predicting the correct winner of the semi-final. Here are your prizes. Alright, I get a martial artist badge and chicken risotto with coconut. There is a lot of items in this game. A lot of them. This is just very few of them here. I also leveled up, and we do have skill trees over here. You have to put 5 points into each of these ranks to go to the next one. I'm going to put more in here. I get an extra 75% growth for the mount after each training session. I have no idea what this does yet, because I don't have a ranch. I don't have, a stable, because I simply don't have space for it and don't have the money to expand it, because it costs 15,000 to expand over here. I already expanded my place once. It added some, I think the fence was over here otherwise, and I've expanded it quite a bit, and I do need the space, but this is 15,000 goals. Yes, it's goals, and I do have one. How much? 6. What? Wait. Oh, I can actually do it, yeah. But I also need stuff for other things. I don't know. Maybe I might actually buy that. Anyway, as you start, you get acquainted with some of the people. You start talking to them. They give you quests and missions and commissions as well. Also, you can see all this weird stuff over here. All the water has been polluted, so now I have a commission to build this, which is a elevator control thing. And of course, to build everything, you need to either mine the resources and or, make it at your workshop. So it's not so easy. I also have to make a DD stop, which I'm making right now. So the town is quite big. And in fact, see, that's where my home is. And this is the town. And there's a lot more to this world. And in fact, there's a lot more over here, as you can see. A lot more over here to the left, to the western plateau. A lot over here with a desert. That's the sea, and there's an island over here. So there's really a lot of this place I haven't even seen yet. So the world is quite expansive. But you have to remember with this game that... do I have... No, I don't. You have to remember with this game that it is fairly slow-paced. Everything takes quite a while. If you want to smelt stuff, it'll take, maybe a day to do the entire batch. Let's buy some roses for my lady friend, because of course, you know, there's also romance and stuff. I believe you can romance almost everyone, almost all of the adults in the game, no matter the sex. And look at how pretty this is. It just makes you smile. So I'm making this DD stop over here, which is basically a tuk-tuk stop, I suppose. We need fiber. No, what do I need? Oh, I need bronze pipes. There we go. What? What is it missing? Oh, bronze plates. Alright. There you go. Oh yeah, on the left here. Yeah, you build it in, you build it like that, not all at once, but you build it in pieces, which is pretty cool. So now, I'm going to place this DD stump in the wasteland over there. The hazardous ruins, which are right next to the town, because it would be nice to be able to fast travel over there without, you know, having to walk there all the time. And you go to the ruins for special items, especially for chips, for, oh look, hello Pinky. I can chat with it, get some relationship up. You can also gift them stuff, but of course, you know, everyone has likes and dislikes and loves and hates for various items. So you have to figure that out. Alright, there's a collapsed wasteland, be careful. Now these wastelands and stuff like that open up as the story progresses and as you level up. I'm level 24 at the moment, so I'm a pretty good level for this place. And there's also sort of instanced stuff. So for anyone that has played World of Warcraft, perhaps, you know, instance will immediately ring bells. It basically means a dungeon. It's over there, as you can see. It basically means a dungeon that you can enter and then, you know, kill enemies and loot things. They're pretty basic so far. Let's place this. There we go. So we did that, and now we can... Oh, what? But I've already made this one. It didn't count? It didn't count for some reason, DD stop. I guess I have to start making it then. Okay. That's a bit of a buggy bug. So let me show you how combat works. I've already done the first 2 levels over here. Let's go to level 3. Let's enter. Oh yeah, that's because of the tournament. Okay, so combat is pretty much a button masher. You button mash with your equipped weapon, or without it if you're crazy, and pretty much stun lock enemies. If you keep hitting them, you will stun lock them. So it's only a problem if there's more than, you know, more than a couple of enemies that you don't have, oops, in your area where you're hitting them. Otherwise, it's really not a problem. Hello. Jump Dancer. They've got quite some interesting names. So yeah, while combat isn't horrible, it could be better. I kind of wish it would be a little bit more involved instead of just button mashing, but it is, in a way, slightly satisfying for some reason. There we go. We get some money from it, and of course also some items. Let's get this guy. You might have seen me dodging before. That is possible. It takes a bit of stamina to do. But most of the time, you cannot really dodge, because if you're in an attack action, you know, you cannot dodge at that point. I'd also like to mention the music. I really enjoy the music. Ouch. I really do enjoy the music in this game. A lot of it is very good. I would like a few more, maybe, tracks here and there. Especially when mining for resources. I'll show you that in a bit. Ow! But most of the music is really appropriate and very cool. Also, because I'm now in the 2nd month, I've gone from spring to summer. Every season has 1 month. You can actually check it on the calendar here. And, you know, every season seems to have its own sort of couple of themes, which is very cool. What's this? Oh, Phyllis's birthday. Okay, because she's the one I'm sort of wooing. And you can, of course, see, you know, this is my birthday, which you select at the beginning. You can see all the events happening and so on. So it's pretty cool. Let's get these guys out of the way. Now, at the end of each of these levels is a boss. And he's not very difficult. He's sort of got a, you know, a set I didn't want to... Oh, great. Ah, crap. How do I get out of this? Help! How do I get out of this? I'm gonna die. What? I'm stuck. Am I really stuck here? Oh, come on. This is the first time I'm actually stuck in this game. Yeah, there's... I cannot get out. Let's go back to the main... Actually, let's load. No. Wait. No. Let's just go back to the main menu. I never actually tried loading before because I never actually got stuck. The game saves when you go to sleep. And, yeah, that was a bit odd. Well, anyway, because I want to do a lot of things throughout the day, I don't want to dilly-dally too much. So yeah, you can put stuff into your house for extra stats. Later on, when you want to get married, you apparently need a double bed and a bigger house and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool. Now, like I said, you also need to collect your resources, and you do that by using the pickaxe and the axe. Obviously, the pickaxe is for breaking down rocks like this. Now, these are very tiny rocks, so they take very little time to smash, but the bigger ones take a little bit more. And of course, this is just out in the world. Here. There's also ruins into which you can go, where you can actually mine down and collect all the other stuff like iron, copper, lead, and so on. So you can also take trees down, which gives you wood, which is very important because you need a lot of it to feed all of your furnaces and such. There you go, and I'm going to get lots of tree sap, wood, hardwood, honeybee wax, wild cocoons, honey, resin, and ironwood. So there's a lot of stuff you get. And, you know, as you play the game, you start to learn what you need exactly, when you need it, and so on and so forth. Now, if you want to go into one of these ruins over here, this is the beginning one, by the way, which is, you know, no enemies and pretty basic stuff. Actually, don't... You have to pay to enter them, by the way. And it lasts for a week, and then you have to pay again. Let's go to this one, which is better stuff. I mean, that one, I cannot really say better stuff. It has higher level stuff. That one has copper and tin. This one mostly has... oh, okay. This one has iron and manganese and lead, and also different parts of artifacts, because you can also get artifacts by using your goggles over here. Oh, there was one over there. You lock on it, and then you use your pickaxe to actually smash through the environment. As you can see, I'm getting some data disks, soil, sand, stone, and there's the artifact. I got some springs and power stones. So sometimes you will get pieces of... there's some stuff over here. There we go, manganese and some iron. You get pieces of various artifacts that you can then put together if you have all of them at the research station. And, you know, it will make various items and so on and so forth. And some of them will give you bonuses if you place them in the house. Some of them, you know, well, most of them you can also sell if you wish. So there's quite a lot to do, and, you know, I haven't even gotten to any of the animal keeping, because, like I said, you can build a ranch, a stable, a coop, and all that stuff. You also get a jackpack, which is... It works kind of weird, but, you know, it works for what it is. So let's go back now, and let me also show you how you can improve your place. Oh, hello, tourist. What are you doing here? Sanwa is the only barber in Portia. Okay, there's another DD stop over there we can do. And I think I do have enough materials to make another one. But What did I want to tell you? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you how you can expand stuff. So if you have enough money, but you also have to bring in resources, which is a little bit annoying because most of the items in your workshop, like the smelters and so on, they take the items you have stored in your storages. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to have them with you. This thing, though, you have to bring the items with you. So for example, if I wanted to upgrade my home, I would click upgrade, and I would have to bring my own planks and bronze bars and, of course, 10,000 golds, which is quite a lot. But I think this house will be much bigger as well. You can also move it, by the way, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Like that. Okay, cancel. And, you know, then there's the... Oh, I can upgrade that as well? Bloody hell. Construction crane. I haven't seen this or the hard aluminum at all. Silicon chipset. 50,000 golds. Also, the work table you can upgrade. I do have actually 30 parts. And as you can see, these are all just the new items you can make. There's so much you can make. It's crazy. There's a coop I could make, but of course, unfortunately, I don't have the space. So, and you can also upgrade your fence, which is pretty cool, but you do have to bring your own stuff again. So for this, I would need lots of stone pillars, fences, and pedestals. I could probably just make them. I think I have more than enough stones for that. But, you know, you got to remember that and then bring it over to this place. Which is a little bit annoying because it doesn't use the items that are stored in your storage at the workshop. And here is the Portia Commerce Guild, which is pretty cool. You can get commissions over here. So if you go to this place, there's only one right now because I think it's it's Saturday, so they don't actually have anything usually. We're looking to add some street lights. Let's accept that because I can make those. Now you accept that, you usually have a certain amount of time to do them. So for example, 13 days on this one, that's a lot of time. You know, some of these are timed, some of them are not, some of these missions. And most of the time, it's like, bring me this, bring me that, and so on and so forth. But I don't know, at the same time, it's kind of fun, and it's pretty satisfying to complete these commissions. Also, when you're a high enough level, you can start inspecting these items on the weekends. So, for example, let's inspect these. So this is how it should look, the definitive item, and this is what they brought, and you have to find what's wrong with it. So, for example... I think this is a little bit off. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, the first time I actually... Oh, whoops. Didn't want to click there. So you can... there we go. Move it around and compare the two. So it's basically, you know, find the differences. And there's a lot of various mini-games like that in the game. Is that a little stubby? No, I guess not. Where is the other... Huh. That's interesting. Oh, there it is. I only got 4 stars because I failed 2 times. Some of them are really easy to spot, and some of them a little, you know, less. Sometimes it's quite funny because it's so obvious. But, you know, you get rewards for doing this, so it's pretty cool. Voiced, there is some voice acting in the game. I don't know, some of the stuff is voiced, some of the stuff isn't. It only really grates when some of the cutscenes are like half voiced. You know, so some of the sentences are, some of them are not, and it's a little bit weird. And as far as voice acting goes, at worst, it's passable, and at best, it's actually quite good. And overall, I really don't have much to complain about it. It's, you know, it's pretty nice. I wasn't expecting this to have voiced stuff at all. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so basically, there's a lot of things to do. There's also a story. I had some funny bandits come to my house demanding 50,000 golds because apparently my dad had a huge debt. And, you know, I don't want to spoil it too much, but It's kind of like a silly, interesting story in between. Also, if you want fur, you can attack these guys. I know they look cute, but I believe you can keep them later on as well when you get a stable and you can catch them. Hello. Did you come to say hello? There you go. They're very low level. Also, one of the really cool things about this game is that you feel like you're part of improving the whole town, because this DD stop over here, by the way, I built it and I put it down there. There's also other builders in town, some of them which are quite nasty and compete with you, by the way, and they will also be doing stuff. This entire bridge, I built it from 3 big pieces, you know? So that's the really cool part. Also, this haunted cave here. There it is. I built the tree and I built the sign. I also cleared out the cave before. Whoa, where's my microphone going? Come back. Oops, sorry. Darn it. Stay. Good boy. All right. So yeah, that's the really cool thing. The game sort of makes you feel like you're actually helping the town grow. And I don't know. It just kind of makes you smile because everything is so colorful. And despite the fact that we are dealing with some, you know, post-apocalyptic stuff here, and people are trying to live on the frontier with some pretty nasty monsters outside, well, and inside, it's a very sort of nice world to be in. And if you're a patient man or woman, and you like this sort of genre, these types of games, then I'm happy to say that I'm giving this game my official seal, MetalCanyon seal of approval. Because like I said, this is not my type of game. I didn't think I would really enjoy it that much, but now I've spent like, I don't know, 20 hours already, and I'm just having a blast. It's fun, but you do have to be patient. You know, it's not, stuff doesn't happen that quickly. You build it up slowly. Oh, that was a nice little, look at that, glow. Also, you can see the windmill when the sun is further down. Look, the shadow of the windmill. Ooh. I don't know. I just enjoy this game. It's just silly enough and colorful enough and fun enough for me to, well, have a lot of fun with it. And I think you will too. So thank you very much for watching. There's a lot of stuff I still haven't shown you, but there's just so much to do in this game. Like I said, you know, even the restaurant over here has a balloon shooting game, has a darts game, has a slot machine. There's just a lot of stuff to do. There's also cooking, which I haven't done yet. So you know, a lot of things to go through, but I don't want to spoil it too much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little review, and I will see you next time in another video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.